Okay, it's 8 p.m. now. Let's start today's introduction to our new X1 series. So everyone, welcome to our X1 series receiver online launch. This is Chloe from SingularXYZ team. I believe some of you may say me last year. So in today's live, we will introduce you why we designed this X1 series and how the X1 series can help you in your daily work. And we have also invited our engineer Roy to share his using experience about this new product. Okay, so some of you may remember last time we met via this Facebook Live was the release of our SV100 last year. So during the past year, what did we do? Okay, when we established 3 years ago, we have experienced our idea of popularizing the high precision GNSS technology to all walks of people's lives. Therefore, we have attached great importance to contributing to building a digital, smart, and efficient open society. So during the past year, we have put 30% of our profit to the R&D investment, and we have launched 5 new products and solutions. Also, 6 of our new patents has also been approved, and 9 patents are under review. So at the same time, we didn't forget our customer-centered idea and always pay attention to the changes in user needs. We have released over 20 products and functions upgrades based on our user demands. And for user questions, our support team provides 24/7 online support for global users in different time zones. And our footprint has covered more than 70 countries and regions during the past year, receiving recognition from wide users. And besides this, you can also expect more from us in this year. So in the upcoming Intergeo and Agritechnica this year, we will bring more surprising new products and solutions. You can also get free exhibition tickets on our website. Hope to meet you face to face in Germany. Okay, now let's go straight to the X1 series. The first question, what is X? Why we named this new receiver as X? So in our idea, the X has many meanings. The X equals X coordinates. This is the precise coordinates brought by our high precision technology. And the X also represents the unknown. It's our intention to explore better innovations, more functions, and more choices for users. And the X also means the extraordinary performance. So except for these concepts, from the practical point of view, why should users choose the X1 series? So here, since we launched our first GNSS receiver, Y1, we were thinking about an all-round GNSS receiver to meet all your requirements, to guarantee the functionality first, while keeps the device as small as possible and more cost-effective. So for X1 series, it has inherited and enhanced these concepts from Y1, with not only great improvements in the performance, but it provides more choices for different users' needs. The X1 series provides 3 models of your different levels needs, and today we will launch the X1 Lite and the X1 GNSS receiver. And in next month, September, the X1 Pro will also meet you soon. Now let's watch a video. Watch a video to have an overview of the X1 series. After this video, we will invite our engineer to share his experience on X1 series. Okay, after this video, I believe you may be very curious about our new products, and we have invited our engineer Roy. Okay, and this is our engineer Roy.
Hi everyone, this is the technical engineer Roy from
So,
SingularXYZ-Geospatial.
yeah, so Roy, I heard that you last year you have been to the Intergeo and
Yes.
you have displayed the X1 GNSS receiver to our users. So why it took so long to release it till now?
Uh, Last year we realized that we need to give our users more choice on the SingularXYZ RTK product line, and then the idea of X1 came out. During the past 10 months after the Intergeo, we spent much time to making the X1 more powerful and stable. From the selection of the key components to the multiple rounds of testing. Our aim is to give our clients to get a new model with a high quality. Because we have already got a lot of validation by our R&D and testing team. So the X1 finally came out this month.
Okay, so I believe it's good for our users to hear that our X1 has been under very system and comprehensively tested. So could you please share us some of your testing experience about our X1 series?
Sure. Uh, Actually, we all know the most RTK manufacturers are using the same modules right now on the key components like the GNS engine and radio model and also the IMU module and so on. So it's hard for you to see the difference on the specifications. You can scan the many RTK manufacturers, their specifications. Most of them are similar or same. So our main task is to how to make the every component to get the best performance. So the most important is to coordination of the H modules. We use the Linux operating system, which is very stable as a core processor. Then for the GNSS part, the satellite signal tracking is the first, and so it decides the RTK performance. One of our main testing tasks is to make sure the satellite signal noise is more higher and higher. Even 1 dB maybe affect the final user experience. And also the radio working range, like and IMU accuracy, static recording, and so on, the performance. And we are testing more and more to ensure the performance. So more details, Chloe will introduce on the next RAM presentations.
Okay, so thank Roy for the sharing. And okay, as Roy has mentioned, our X1 series is using the Linux OS. So I will introduce more detailedly how we integrated all the modules on this very stable processor. Okay. So I want to okay, so and one thing I want to mention is that during this live, if you have any questions about our products or other things, please leave it in the comment. At the end of this live, we will have an Q&A part, and Roy will back to answer all the questions. So let's see how the X1 series can help you exactly. And in the following introduction, I will take the standard X1 GNSS receiver as the example. So the difference between the X1 and the X1 Lite will be introduced at the end. So firstly, the most thing we care about a GNSS receiver is the positioning capability. And as you expected, the X1 series supports full constellations and multiple frequency. This is the signal to noise ratio table of our X1. So our R&D team has optimized the structure design of the shielding cavity and the antenna selection, which has greatly improved the satellite signal quality. So the SNR is a little bit higher than usual receivers. We have made a comparison test with some full constellation receivers in the market. The average SNR, this parameter of X1 is higher for 1 to 2 dB. So this means you can get more reliable GNSS signals and easily get a fixed solution in harsh environments. So let's watch a very simple video to see how it performs in the field. We can see these are different environments, and you can directly see how many satellites it's searched and used. And this is under the tree. It's a very stable fixed solution with 45 satellite strength, and this is near a tall building and also surrounded by trees. So it's also very reliable. Now, after the tracking ability, we can see its reacquisition. So you can see once it lost all the signal, and when we reverse it, it gets fixed immediately in 1 to 2 seconds. It means you can get very fast reacquisition in any harsh environments. Also, to improve its survey efficiency, we also optimized its IMU performance. Here you can see the IMU initializing process has been largely simplified. You don't have to reinitialize it. From time to time, only 5 seconds initialization can work for whole day tasks. And this is a video about the initialization. You can see it first is to set the antenna parameters and then start to shake. About 5 seconds, it's done. And you can start your whole day work with this very convenient function. And this is the IMU accuracy we tested in the by our test team. So from 0 angle to 60 degrees, the tilt range of such a range, it can get an accuracy of 2.5 centimeters. In addition to the IMU, smaller size of X1 series can also save your energy in daily work. You can see the round shape and such small size design makes it easier to hold in your hand or put it in your bag. The 870 grams weight can largely reduce your burden, go uphill and downhill with ease. And this is X1 worked in different environments. Very small, very portable. Okay, back to our introduction. For all the field tasks, we know that how long the device works also matters. You don't want to see your device run out of power during work. In our X1 series, we'll never put you in such a situation. It supports more than 20 hours of continuous working time, always full of energy from dawn to dusk. And here, for X1 series, you can see we have abandoned the detachable batteries. You can use the Type-C cable to directly charge it. And if you forget to charge it before work, you don't have to take out the batteries and wait for the charging anymore. With a power bank, it can easily realize charging on the go. So this is the test forms about the charging time and working time of X1 series. From this charging cable, we can see it takes only 2 hours and 8 minutes to charge from 0% to full. and the continuous working time is nearly 22 hours. So considering different power consumption in different work modes, we write the working time as 20 hours. But if you are using the PDA course or some simple mode, it can work more than 20 hours. So based on the test data, we can see that if you forget to give the X1 a full charge, the half battery can also guarantee your whole day work for 10 hours. So you don't have to worry about the battery anymore. And in addition to the battery, taking into account of more extremely weather conditions, we have upgraded the X1 series to IP68 waterproof and dustproof level. And with a 2-meter anti-drop design, the rugged housing can definitely help you to protect your device. Well, the above is some performance of X1 series. Now let's take a look at its work modes and configurations. As a full-featured receiver, our X1 also support full work modes and a long working range. Here I will only briefly explain about the UHF work mode. And our X1 also support 2 radio modules. You can choose to enhance the working range by the enhanced radio. It can support up to 15 kilometers. Or if you want to use it compatible with other brands receivers, you can select the normal radio mode. So this is about the work mode. So after we set the work mode, you can simply see its working status from the front panel. Here it has 4 indicating lights to indicate the status and the 2 function buttons. And on the right picture, you can see it supports all the common transmission ways. The NFC for the fast connection, 4G and radio for the correction data transmission. The serial port RS-232, it can be connected to the external radio. And here the Type-C we have mentioned in the battery part. It can use for charging, upgrade, and download. And the last, the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is designed to access the web page. So talk about the web page. Let's see what convenience it can bring to you. Here is a simply record. When you connect it to the Wi-Fi of X1, you can log into the web page. Here is the device information, satellites, tracking status, and in the configuration part, you can set its work modes here and register the device. Also, when you do the static survey, you can directly download the files via the Wi-Fi without any cables. And last, you can also upgrade the firmware by the web page. So that's all the main functions about the X1. And if you want a more cost-effective choice, here comes our X1 Lite. So for X1 Lite, compared with X1, it doesn't have the 4G module. So if you only use the radio mode, you can definitely choose X1 Lite. And if you only have lower budget, but also need to use both radio and local calls, you can also choose the X1 Lite. You can connect it to the local calls via the PDA course mode by Bluetooth connection. I can see it's a lower budget, but a completely experience. So in addition to all the hardware part, I know you may concern about its field software. So sure, we also provide a professional software solution for X1 series. That is our Android-based SingularPad. And I believe some of our users are now quite familiar with this software. So like its simple configuration, point survey, and CAD mapping, and some total station survey functions. And other common functions I won't mention in this introduction. Today I will only introduce this latest upgraded function. So first is it supports different code layers for different feature codes. So if you are a GIS user, it will be much convenient for your tasks to just directly serving in different layers. Or some post mapping work will be much easier. And the second function is the 3D view plot. Here you can see the screen recording here. It's about, okay. You can directly see the elevation in this 3D map. So not only the horizontal coordinates. The last one I want to mention is about the mock location function. So with this function, the X1 series can work with any GIS software. We also support the customization for different local coordinate systems. So we can see the singular pad is a very professional solution for your no matter GIS or serving tasks. Part Q&A time. Roy will come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the questions I record from the
Users.
from the comment.
Okay, so let's ask all the questions one by one. And the first questions from our audience is the radio of X1 compatible with Y1?
The answer is of course, because we are same product line, so the Y1 radio can working together with the X1 radio. But you know, Y1 have two versions. One is enhanced radio LoRa, and another is normal radio. For the X1, we also have two versions, LoRa version and the normal radio version. And for the X1 normal radio version, it also supports the CTL protocol. I saw my friend Sandra asked this question. X1 is support the CTL radio protocol.
Yes. So if you already have the Y1 GNSS receiver and you want to purchase the X1, please note whether you are using the normal radio or LoRa radio and purchase some version. So move to the next question. Can X1 be used with SingularXYZ software? So our another software, SingularXYZ.
We have two version software when released the Y1, SingularXYZ and the SingularPad. Actually, after the market feedback, our SingularPad software is more powerful and most of the time like this software. So on the X1, we will not support the SingularXYZ. So when you use the X1, you can only use the SingularPad software to get the better experience.
Yes. So SingularPad is our recommended software. It can bring you more functions. It can also be used with total stations. Very powerful software. So the next question is, can X1 Lite be connected to their local cores?
Yes, the X1 Lite is remove the 4G modules if compared with the X1, but you still can use your controller internet to connect the local cores, use the PDA cos mode.
Yes, so to user experience, the X1 Lite, we didn't feel any big difference.
Yes, so except the 4G, other performance is totally same, the X Lite and the X1.
Yes, you can use the PDA internet instead of the receiver internet. So the next questions, can you remove the batteries from the X1 series?
Different from the Y1, X1 is the internal battery version. The battery is cannot removable.
Yes, we have abandoned the detachable design. It has saved the size.
Yes. Yeah.
And also a longer working time. And you can use it to charge with your power bank. You can see it's more convenient than the detachable batteries to most users. And the last, we have introduced the working time of the X1 as rover mode. So some users are curious about its working time for base stations.
As we tested the use 2-watt internet radio, the working time can reach the 10 hours.
Okay, so with 2 watts power consumption,
Yes.
it can be. So, and I mentioned that due to different.
Also, some more questions from the comments. Maybe we can reply later.
Yes, we will. If you have any questions, you can still leave in the comments, and we will collect all your questions, and maybe we will post blogs according to all your questions.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So maybe that's all of today's live, and congratulations again to all the winners today, and don't forget to scan the QR code to register for the lucky draws. In case we cannot find your contact information to get in touch with you. So you can also follow our social media channels. We will post the winning information in our Facebook page. Okay, any further questions, you can feel free to let us know. Thank you so much for your time, for your listening, and hope to see you next time. Have a good day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.